Welcome to IJDM and the Crystal River Mall. Yeah, this is something a little outside the box what I normally do on a dead mall thing, and just something different. It was a rainy day. We were scalping up there and did a little side trip and decided to check out this dead mall, or if not almost dead mall. It seems to be a popular thing on YouTube. I'm not going to do a lot of these, but here you can see the outside of the mall as we drive around and kind of check out the lay of the land. And yeah, it's pretty empty. There's a few things left in the mall at this point. It seems to be some type, in one of the anchors there's an entertainment type store, or I shouldn't say store, but venue where you can go and play different games and stuff, a bowling alley and such. And then on the other end of the mall, there's a basically a farm type. I don't know if you call it farm, but it's called Rural King. But they have fishing gear and some hunting gear and different stuff. Kind of a discount type place. Really neat if you get a chance to check that out. But as you can see from the parking lot here, it is very empty on this rainy day and in a very sad state of affairs at this point in time. The information I got on this mall, it was basically proposed in 1988 in the Crystal River area in the north side of the city. It is located on the west coast of Florida, and it opened in October of 1990. Had some famous people, or semi-famous people: Phil Stiller, Jack Jones, some people may know who he is, and the Letterman. Jack Jones and the Letterman, I guess is what it's supposed to be. Opened with a Belk store, Sears, and Kmart. It was 85% inline retail space occupied. There was some other different things that went on, but the mall has an interesting configuration because it's actually, as they worded it, a giant wheel with spokes. So when you see the inside, it's basically like a diamond configuration. Here we are inside the mall. It's basically like a diamond configuration with a couple wings that are a little bit longer than the other ones, with the anchor stores or the entrances in various places. And yeah, there's a few people wandering around. Of course, it was a rainy day, and as you can see, and you'll see another shot of that later, that inside the mall, the center court, which is the food court, is actually covered with like this vinyl material that's gotten very mildewy over the years. And this mall is for sale, so if somebody wants to buy it and save it, go ahead. And there's the Rural King entrance from the mall. They have closed it off. It's not barricaded yet, but I'm imagining that eventually it'll probably be closed off from the mall as the rest of the stores pull out. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe there'll be a second or third renaissance for this mall, but sad to see that Rural King closed that off. Maybe there wasn't enough people coming in and out through that entrance. And moving on, just kind of walking around the center court area, you can see that certain areas are just completely devoid of any type of activity, store, or anything. It is just quiet, and this isn't a bad little mall. I mean, it is relatively tiny compared to some of the other ones featured. And like I said, I'm not going to do a lot of these because these are all over YouTube, but I think I only seen one or two videos, so I figured I'd just do one while I have the footage. I have one other mall I can cover that I'll probably do in this series, and we'll see if it's kind of one of those things people want to watch more of. But just kind of walking along, checking things out. One thing I do want to point out, though, I did have a GoPro in my hand and kind of had it hidden, so if the footage isn't perfect, it's because of that. Because I don't recommend bringing cameras to a lot of these malls, whether they're still alive or they're dying or they're dead. These security guys will come out like flies, and they can and will confiscate your video gear if they would like to. They usually give you a warning before they do, but best off not to do this type of thing. I was just kind of carrying it in my hand and just getting a little bit of footage. I didn't go overboard. And if anything, they should welcome this, because if anything, and somebody's from this area and wants to see this mall saved, then yeah, here you go. And built in the mid-90s, I believe it was, is as you can see on the right, is the AMC theaters, or was it Regal Theaters? Well, we'll see in a minute. But yeah, it looked like it was pretty much closed off, and well, there's a few movies playing or not. I guess those are just ads for something else. Oh, it was definitely a Regal Cinemas. So, and I think they may have gone out of business, which they had 9 of them. interestingly enough, right there in the mall off of the food court area. So that occupied a big portion of real estate in this mall. And this is one of the longer spurs that go out from the center. Again, a lot of it on the right side occupied by Regal, but on the left side you can see there was probably some type of I don't know, it looks like some kind of jewelry store entrance there, but they all look like jewelry stores to me, based on that, but they could have been any type of store. And on the end there, you're seeing on what it was one of the anchors, and I don't know which one at this point, but it's kind of like a fun center, and you can, you know, do different things. They got this axe throwing thing and all kinds of crazy stuff, and bowling alley and such. And here we are in center court, and you can kind of see the condition of what's going on. And surprisingly, there is a couple food places still left. I forget what one of them is, but the other one's obviously an Italian place, you know, doing pizza and so forth. But that is pretty much it for this IJDM video. Just a quick look at an old retro vintage mall. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. We have other stuff if you don't enjoy this kind of thing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.